So growing up, went on a lot of road trips, and one of the famous questions that our family would say is, "Are we there yet?" So I learned quickly at a young age that there is no good answer that I like to hear from that question that I used to ask all the time. Fast forward as a parent, I realized I don't have any good answers for that question either. And I want to talk about this because there is a hard road trip that I took watching my dad slowly deteriorate in his 80s with Lewy body's dementia. About 5 years ago, he passed away. Very blessed to be at home with his family around him on Christmas Eve. Part of that, though, I also watched my mom become, from a wife, a caregiver, and just to see her struggle during this time when she just wanted to be there for her husband. So now fast forward today, this has actually led me to my position here at Senior Home Companions. I'm very blessed to help families work through these questions. And actually, in the end, I've realized that it is not about the question you ask, and in the end, there is no good answer. It is really about learning and listening, and then actually being in the moment of all these experiences that you have with your loved ones. I want to end with reading a verse from Ecclesiastes 3, a time for everything. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, and a time for war and a time for peace. But in the end, God makes everything beautiful in its time.